I remember I always wanted to save the world. I've always wanted to change the world and make a very big and palpable change in the world. And in the middle of trying to change the world, I've always had a tendency to get lost in other people, you know? Because I find other people so fascinating. Like for me, I have this notion that I hold on to that we as people, we don't get to experience other people. We get to experience them through the lens of who we are. We get to experience our perceptions of them. And our perceptions of them will always be colored by who we are. And as such, we don't get to really experience who they are. We get to experience a representation of who they are. So for me, it's a very fascinating thing to experience someone else, or at least a glimmer of someone else. That is the most, it's so fascinating for me because day in, day out, I only live with me, right? All the things that I like, all the things that I don't like, all of my feelings, all of my thoughts. And those are the things that color how I experience other people. So that's always been so fascinating for me. And I think that's why I get so lost in other people, right? Like all the things that they believe, their worldviews, you know, and how we can like sort of connect on a deeper level. That's always been so fascinating for me. And I have a tendency of failing to connect with myself because I'm spending so much time connecting with other people. And it's to the detriment of one, myself, and two, of my goal that I'm trying to achieve, of trying to make a palpable change in the world. If I haven't made any change in myself, I don't know what exactly gave me the notion that I can go and make a change, one, in someone else, and then two, in the world at large. What an overestimation, because some of the things that I would like to see change in myself are so difficult for me to change. But I'm trying to extend, or rather, sort of skip that step and go and bring change into other people. So I think maybe for myself, this is more, I'm coming to a place of learning that if I really want to make the sorts of changes that I need to or would like to make in the world at large, I need to make some changes internally first, fight those battles, win those battles. Once I have some sort of grasp on those battles, then I can take that out to my neighbor. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. But the first step to loving my neighbor is loving them. Because if I try to love my neighbor as I love myself and I hate myself, that's the sort of love that I'm going to show to my neighbor. So the first thing, I get to love myself in a way that is true and deep. And then I can take that love that I have for myself and share it with my neighbor and love them in that way. And hopefully, the change that I make in them will be so felt that they will look to share that same change with those around them. And there I am creating a chain reaction of changes. And hopefully, from those changes, I make changes in my society, from my neighbor to my society, and my community first. And then from my community to my society, and from my society, then possibly the world. Right. And I think that's the chain of events and the way that I should be thinking of the changes that I'm looking to make in other people, But for me, connecting with people is such a fascinating thing for me. And these are people from all walks of lives with all sorts of experiences that are not like mine, especially those that have experiences that are not like mine. I really enjoy connecting with them. Yeah. And I think that's my that's my that's my challenge. It's my challenge for this week, this month. That's my challenge in essence, to connect with myself in such a way that I can learn to love myself deeply, truly, honestly, and patiently, so that I can share that with my neighbor and then my society, and then my neighbor, my community, my society, and then the world. Those are my thoughts for today.